Yo, it's the kid, man. We're riding, we are riding, man. Look, guys, told you guys, I'm always on time. I'm coming at you here with this is much more of a cinematic look, man. It's much more a cinematic look. I'm coming at a whole new angle. But we have an interesting show for you today. Actually, this is actually quite a jam-packed show. I've set things up, and this is a combination of latest news as we do always on this show, and some Twitter conversations. We are boosting up production here. We're boosting production. And yes, don't worry, I will get to the whole Zlatan vid, because what I want to do, which is coming up, is reactions to great goals, discussions of great goals and so forth, and also reactions of the different players and what they've done within the game and so forth. So all these things are going to be coming through. So just relax and chill. Your boy H is coming in. So you don't need to fret. So let's now ride, of course, with so basically, let's just first of all explain what's on the agenda. We're going to talk Lukaku. We're going to talk a bit of Messi. We might talk about this PSG transfer deadline, which I've already released a video of. Sad news, we're going to talk about Junior, Agogo, Keylor Navas, a dude called Kubo, not Kubo and the two strings, not the cartoon, but Kubo. Even going to talk a bit of Frank Ribéry, and going to talk about Griezmann and Dijk. So hopefully in this hour, or maybe just over an hour, we definitely have things for you to coming through, man. So hopefully my mic is coming in through. Someone says the mic, is there something wrong with my mic? Is the sound coming in through for you peeps? Because again, I can't hear it back. Is the sound all good? All right, cool. Okay, sound is all good. So hopefully the sound is good for you guys in there. So yeah, man. Let's ride. First of all, with this one here. Oh no, trust me, Mr. Pedro, trust me. This, because I think just wait and see, because every time I bring things, I don't want to repeat myself. I always come with a whole new angle. So when I bring up the whole Griezmann topic, you will see why it's very interesting. And also, for those who are fans of The Wire, what the hell, you'll probably know this dude. Only fans of the Wire will know this dude, man. I rep this dude. This is my guy, man. This is one of my favorite characters of all time, man. All right, so let's get it. So the man himself, Mr. Romelu Lukaku. So Lukaku, of course, as you well know, he has joined Inter Milan, and in joining Inter Milan, he went on this podcast, and he had some interesting things to say about your dear friend. Well, interesting things to say about Man United. About specifically how he was disrespected by Man United. So really, remember, there was this whole rigmarole and stuff about how him leaving, and then he was forced to train away. At one point, he ended up at Anderlecht and everything. But then he wanted to basically clear the air, and he said that the way that he was treated by Man United was wrong. And he felt that the way in which United pretty much treated him, and the news that came out about him, he felt was done in bad taste, and not all the truth was revealed. And he said that, look, players are not dumb. That stuff was leaked, and he's probably alluding to that United was sort of leaking stuff out. So my thing is that, is this a case of how United just wanted to get rid of Lukaku, and they intentionally leaked out documents in order to frustrate him and pretty much accelerate the move away? Because the fact of the matter is that Solskjaer did not want Lukaku. As you can see, Solskjaer has put all his chips and everything into Martial and Rashford. He's taking a big risk, but he's decided that, you know what, I'm putting all my chips and all of my thoughts and my feelings and emotions into a Martial Rashford strike partnership. But so for me, my thing about Sims and Lukaku and everything is, was he really disrespected? I don't know. I mean, was he really disrespected? Because Sims has to understand one thing here. I do feel that he slightly overrates himself. That's what I feel. I feel that Lukaku slightly overrates himself because Lukaku can be good, and Lukaku can definitely have a run of games where he's money. He's not a top tier striker. He's never been a world class striker, and he will never ever become a world class striker. So that's why for me, like, so maybe it's because of the deal that he has with Rock Nation and everything. He feels like, oh no, gosh, I'm this big, huge, important dude. But for me, Lukaku at his best is tier 2. That is him at his very best. So right now, I'll probably say he's maybe tier 3, really. But at his best, basically, he could never be an upper tier 2 player. He could never be an upper tier 2 striker. So I think for Lukaku coming out and saying this is, first of all, I don't think he was disrespected. Maybe United could have maybe been much more transparent or be much more truthful, or rather not said anything about it. But I think Lukaku is coming from the viewpoint of, not just basic respect for a player, but he was just coming at it from, I'm Lukaku. I am signed by Rock Nation Sports. I'm supposed to be a big deal. I believe, Belgium's highest goal scorer. I deserve to be given this respect. And it's like, Romelu, I'm not sure that you should be given that respect to teams. I'm not sure. I don't think you really should. Because, bro, you have been at the Brick Academy before. Let's keep it real. You have visited the Brick Academy before. So I think from Lukaku saying these things and everything, I do really think that it comes from a place of how he sees himself and how he believes that United should be treating him. And for me, I think that for Lukaku, if you were a Tevez, a United Tevez, a United Cristiano, even a Rooney, and for me, I never rated Rooney that highly. Rooney was I never rated him that highly. But if you were a Rooney, then I could get how you could say, yeah, nah, that's dude. Bro, I'm not hating on Lukaku. I don't know, how is this hate? Are you honestly going to tell me that Lukaku is a top tier striker? Really? Are you telling me that? Because I know people will bring out these stats and goals that he scored. Are you telling me that Lukaku should be mentioned in the same breath as an Aguero, as a Cannibal, as a Harry Kane, as an Aubameyang, even an Icardi? Bro, come on, man. I don't think so. Like, that's just fake news. That is just fake news if you're putting him in there. So now, people have now said, and I've seen people in the chat room saying, why is he going to go to Inter Milan? How good of a move is it? For me, I don't feel like, if it's me, I say Inter Milan should stick with Icardi, and they will have a better chance as being much more successful with Icardi, because I think Icardi is a better finisher than Lukaku. Lukaku might be a better overall footballer and may have a better footballing brain and higher footballing intelligence than Icardi, but I feel that they have a better chance with Icardi. But my thing is, what does Conte see? Conte must see something in Lukaku that tells him that, I believe that this dude can definitely help us. And I feel that, but more specifically, like, remember, every manager has a system, a strategy, and a way in which they want to play. And I think maybe he views Lukaku as being that dude to really fit into his system, but then it gets deeper. If there wasn't this whole drama involving Icardi, I do believe that Conte would keep Icardi. So I think Conte's hand has been forced because the Icardi situation, that bridge has been burnt. And it's been burnt not because he's a crap player, it's just been burnt because he just doesn't see eye to eye with that dude. He just doesn't see eye to eye with that dude. So that's where we're coming in from. That's where we're we're coming in from an angle of where I'm like, for me, Lukaku can be a very good finisher. And I believe that there is a chance where Lukaku can do something. But are you telling me that, look, that this dude that we see here is going to give me 30 Gs in the Serie A? I can't sign off on that. I can't sign off on Lukaku is going to come out and give me 30 Gs. Nah. I just can't see that. 25, maybe. 20, maybe. I don't know. But I just think, going round to the story again, Lukaku overrates himself. And I truly believe that he's a lot better than he actually truly is. Lukaku isn't crap. He isn't crap. But we've all seen some of his ball control in some games last season. And we've all seen some of the misses that he's done and some of the most shocking things that he's done. Hence why he's been given the name Tims. Because there's a reason why the reason why you're called Tims is because there are games in which you play like you're wearing 50-ton Timberland boots. Okay? And let's keep it real. You've been here, Romelu. You know what this place is like. You've lived here before. So anybody who's been to this place right now can't come out and say they've been disrespected. You can't. If you've lived in this place, you can't say that you've been disrespected, because only very specific people come and operate in this arena that we have here. So that's just where I'm just riding in there with your boy Lukaku, man. So next item that we have here on this list, man, and I think it's something that I already pretty much touched upon, and that is regard to this whole PSG Neymar thing. Now, guys, talk to me. I believe Neymar is staying at PSG. I think it's a done deal. I just don't see any other scenario where he stays. So sorry, I see no scenario in where he goes. So again, that's for me. I've put out my video and everything. Now, guys, you tell me right now. Are we saying Barcelona? Are we saying Real Madrid? Because I just feel though, and I think this is what Daniel said. Shout out to my Talking Tactics partner, Daniel. Remember, guys, like the vid. If you're here, like that vid. Smash that like button and subscribe. Smash that like button, guys. So many of these deals have been. Look, and also everybody in the chat room is saying that he's staying. He's staying. He will stay. Real Madrid, cash plus Navas. But guys, thank you, Natural. Tell them to smash that like button, man. Thank you to my mods, Natural. Tell them to smash that like button. Okay, you guys tell me, what deal do PSG want? Because PSG know that nobody's going to pay 200. No one is paying 190. No one's paying 180. If we're not getting to the 170, 160, 150 mark, okay. But I hopefully they know that if you want to sell him, no one is paying anything in the region of 200. But because nobody in today's market has that kind of cash. Now, United may have that kind of cash. Neymar ain't going to Man United. Like, he ain't going there. That's not happening. So, what deal do they want? So, your boy says Us plus a 100. Are you sure? You say Us plus 100. Bro, I think there was a deal that Barcelona offered with Us. I think there was a deal that he offered with Us. What the hell is Coutinho going to do for PSG? Because PSG are in a situation here, because every season that PSG play, it's about winning the Champions League. Every single season about winning the CL, winning the CL. But the issue now is that and that's what Tuchel said, and that's what PSG said, we need a replacement. And I think what PSG are looking for is a replacement. They're not looking just for cash, because they don't know nobody's going to pay 200. And even if someone paid 200, you don't have the opportunities to get the replacement in time. So they know that coming into the new season without Neymar, not a somewhat of a Neymar replacement, you can't put everything onto Mbappe and Cavani. Cavani is obsessed with missing in key games. That's what he does. So Mbappe can't do it on his own. He can't. He's only 19, 20 years old. So a Neymar replacement, I don't know who is out there. Who is a legitimate Neymar replacement? I don't think there is anyone. That's the thing. So you guys say I hate Neymar and everything. My thing about it is that it is my appreciation of what this guy can be. It is my belief that this guy was going to be the out-and-out undisputed best player in the world that makes me so much harsher on the dude. Because I had so much belief in him that it makes me even harsher towards it. That's why. That's my beef with the dude. Because I believe that the guy could be so much more. Because I believe that the guy could be so much more. But yeah, so what do you guys say? Look, Mane ain't going anywhere, bro. Mane ain't going. So are we saying that he stays? I'm saying that he stays. I'm still saying that he stays, man. But yeah, that Neymar dude, the Santos Neymar, nah, man. I think that's a done deal, bro. I believe that is a done deal. So next on our item that we have here. This is an unfortunate one, man. Junior Agogo. So, if you guys don't know, this guy, Ghanaian player. And I believe that, I can't remember, I believe he played for QPR at some time. I believe that he probably played for QPR at some time. And yeah, man, because the funny thing is that I was watching a documentary on him, and in this documentary, he was living with his mom because he had suffered a stroke, and he was pretty much teaching himself how to speak again. Very sad. So he pretty much couldn't really form any words or anything. So I believe that stroke, and I just think his mental illness mixed with the depression, I think is pretty much what led him to pretty much. So I just think maybe the illness just took over him. But 40 is very young, man. 40 is very, very young, and perhaps I was speaking to my Ghanaian friend, because my Ghanaian friend he sent me like a video, and he said, he's going to be remembered for this, and he sent me the winner that Agogo scored against Nigeria in the Nations Cup. And I was like, but yeah, man, it's because I don't know whether the documentary is still out there. It might still be out there, but there's just a documentary showing just how he literally couldn't do anything for himself, and this guy was earning loads of money and so forth. Because look, man, he was a professional football player. You're earning like thousands a week and everything. And it just shows you that in the blinking of an eye, you have a sickness or an illness, and that can just ruin you. That can just completely and totally ruin you. So he was suffering, man. He was suffering for a very, very long time, man. And yeah, no. It's I just think it's so sad, and I think it just shows you how things can just switch. It just shows you how things can just switch for people. As in, look at that guy. I can't remember his name. The German keeper begins with E. Is it England or something? And he committed suicide. I've forgotten his name. It begins with an E. This German keeper. Enka, thank you. So you guys are always on it, man. You guys are always on it. Enka, yeah. Robert Enka. Oh, wow. He jumps in front of a train. You see? Because I remember when I heard that, I was like, my God, man. That is deep. That is deep. That is deep. And because it's so crazy, because we just think that, because I think there are two different cases, because people just think, once you're a professional football player, look, everything is great, you will be cool, you'll be sorted out, everything will be fine for you, blah, 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 blah. But man, all because you're like all because you're all cool like that, it doesn't really mean that everything's going to be cool for you. Like, your life can change in an instant. Look at guys who had injuries. Whether you want to talk about Luke Nilis, Bost, Cisse, it is blinking of an eye. All that money you earn, thousands and thousands of pounds a week, can just be gone. But I think for Agogo, I mean, I'm sure in the next Ghanaian international game or something, they're definitely going to do like a special tribute to him, and just be thankful for everything that he's done for them and everything. So yeah, but I just think that's like I mean, it's just really sad, really unfortunate, man, because it's like because especially when you just look at the pictures and just look at how happy he was, and just how things were so good for him. And if you were to see that documentary of just how things fell for him and just how his life pretty much declined, you just say to yourself that, yeah, man, look, naturally, I mean, money does give you happiness. It does give you happiness. It ain't permanent. It ain't permanent. Look at flipping Robin Williams. Like, the Robin Williams story is probably one of the craziest things that blows my mind. Had all the money in the world. Everything was happy. People loved it. Probably one of the most beloved comedians of all time. Robin Williams. But somehow, happy family. No money problems. Loved by every single person. Boom. Finished. But yeah, that's not true. And maybe this goes to another thing of like a lot of football players. Remember, many football players, they don't really they didn't really finish school and everything. So once the professional life finishes, they're like, what the hell do we do now? And they don't really have a plan on once that football era ends. They don't really have a plan. So, but I just think with this is just really sad. And I think because he's someone from the continent as well, I'm very close to Ghana. I've got loads of Ghanaian friends. I think when I just read this story, when I just read the story, I just thought of my Ghanaian friends. I thought of that documentary and I was like, man, that's unfortunate. But yeah, man, I mean, condolences to his family, to all of those affected by this man. And hopefully he is remembered very, very well, man. Hopefully he's remembered very, very well. So we now move on to our next item on this list, man. And the next item that we have is something that I'm not surprised about. And I think if you're Madrid fans, you can't be surprised about this. He's gone. The boy is gone. Or rather, he is going to be on his way. Keylor Navas. Now, this is interesting. Keylor Navas. Doris Spring, I will address your super chats after I've done this story. I will address your super chats after I've done the story. So guys, you're a manager. What do you do? On paper, Courtois is the better keeper. Technically, he's the better keeper. But Keylor Navas is much closer to the team you have and has a better rapport with the team. And he may make some mistakes, but sometimes he does have clutch saves. So do you go with a keeper who you say is technically better on paper? Or do you maintain the team chemistry and the cohesion? Because I've always said, and I remember many Madrid fans have said, no, we need that's why many Madrid fans were like, we need De Gea. We need De Gea. We need a better keeper. This is Real Madrid. We have to have a top keeper. How can we go from flipping Ike Casillas to flipping Keylor Navas? Keylor Navas is not a Madrid, he's not a big-time player. If De Gea is there or a top keeper is there, Real Madrid, based on who we are, we should go for them. And my thing is, was Navas a bad keeper? Did he ever have any displays that was detrimental to the team? And my thing about it is, And I talk about this a lot. Psychology, 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 psychology. The psychology of a team is vital. The psychology of a team is vital. Without it, you can't move forward. And one thing that every manager must maintain and focus on is having strong team cohesion. Are we going to deny that Navas didn't play an important part in those Champions League wins for Real Madrid? Are we going to forget some of the insane saves he made? Yeah, he made mistakes, but this guy made some insane saves. Can you point me to any match where Navas was to blame? I don't think you can. I don't think you can. This guy was, because trust me, because I was reading, I read reports and everything. He was very well liked in that dressing room. It's one thing if you have like, a pretty alright keeper who was quite something new, but he was very well liked and he formed a very close bond with the team. And I'm not surprised because Navas knows of his importance to the team. The players know of his importance to the team. But if you're bringing in a keeper and you've now been restricted from your first team appearances, bro, you have to say, you know what? I need to go and find first team football. And I'll be real with you. Navas is a first choice keeper. And if it is PSG, bada bing. But from what I'm hearing, guys, so when you guys are saying PSG, is that just a straight sale to PSG, or is this to do with the Neymar deal? Or are they just selling him straight to PSG? Yeah, sorry, bro. Okay, it's a straight sale. It's a straight sale. Every mistake that Navas made, probably in the same game he'd make an amazing save. That's the thing. He'd make one mistake and guys like that's. But you know the funny thing? I think that Courtois has made no mistakes. I think that Courtois has made no mistakes because he would make maybe a mistake, but then he will quickly come back and then he'll make an amazing save to make up for that mistake. So it's like, and everybody makes mistakes. But look, man, if I'm PSG, that is a great keeper to have. I think Areloa is the guy that Areloa is fine. Forget about Buffon. I don't even want to mention Buffon right now after that crap he pulled against United. But if I'm PSG and I can bring in a Keylor Navas, oh man, we're balling. We are balling. We are balling. We are balling. So I think for PSG, it's a huge win for them. It's a huge win because you're bringing in a guy who can make quality saves, a decent keeper who has played at the very highest stage, so knows how to deal with high pressure and can come out and make an amazing save. So, but I think like this is not a major loss for Real Madrid. It's not a major loss for Real Madrid because Courtois is still a very top keeper. But I just think to myself that how big of a loss is this if his presence is missing in the dressing room? I believe, say what you will, I know that he's a suspect defender. David Luiz missing from the dressing room has affected that Chelsea dressing room. Chelsea right now do not have a leader. So this is to a lesser extent because obviously you've got lots of leaders like in Madrid. You've got Sergio Ramos, you've got Marcelo, you've got Modric, and so forth. You've got many senior players. But it is similar in the sense of like this was a huge personality in the dressing room, and by losing that, how much is it going to affect the team? We don't know. It remains to be seen. But if I was Real Madrid, bro. Let's keep it 1,000. Did Real Madrid need Courtois? Now, if it was De Gea, 100%. Real Madrid should go all in for De Gea because when De Gea was on the form, he's one of the best keepers in the world. Did Real Madrid really need Courtois? Could just had what's the name of Zidane's picking Enzo Zidane? Just get him to be the second choice, man, and then have this guy as your first choice. So yeah, I just look. It is what it is. Dude is gone, and that's about it, man. Another little interesting piece of story that we have here, and I think this was just breaking. So look, Football Horse, we always get you that breaking news, and this is a nice discussion to have. Your boy Oxlade has signed a new contract. Chamberlain has signed a new contract for Liverpool. I believe Liverpool fans can maybe come in. Is this like a 2-3 year contract extension? They've tied him down. He's pledged his allegiance to Liverpool, and he's won for the future 2020 to 2023. So that's what he's done. So 2023, your boy Chamberlain has joined it. And look, man, let me be real with you. Like, I think when Liverpool bought the Ox, I was like, decent player, potential, but similar to Gnabry. Was like, okay, decent player, pretty cool, but he didn't really do much for Liverpool. So he didn't really do much for Arsenal. But then he had his moments, which was I believe it was the first leg against Man City. And how he played and how he completely destroyed Man City, it was like, this is the player that Klopp has been looking for. Like, that's attacking, ferocious, energetic midfielder who can run with the ball with great balance and great intent, and be like a flipping dagger into the hearts of the opposition defense. And I saw a totally different player than I saw at Arsenal. I saw a pretty good player, but Klopp just turned him into something new. And I think this just goes back to how Klopp does the players. I keep saying to you guys, Klopp is the reason why Lewandowski is relevant. Klopp is the reason why Götze is relevant. Klopp improved Rice. Klopp made Hummels. Klopp made Ilkay Gundogan. Klopp improved Salah. Klopp improved Mane. So these are all the things I believe Klopp helped to even cultivate and refine your boy Van Dijk. His refine Robertson. Klopp is that dude. And he doesn't need to spend 300 million to do so. But my thing is that should Arsenal feel as if they've been messed up? Did Arsenal mess up letting the Ox go? Because again, look, man, I think the unfortunate thing is that, look, he has this like long-term injury, and it's unfortunate because if he had sort of like really maintained and like kept on going, who knows, maybe he would. If, let's say, he was fully fit last season, who knows, maybe that's the guy that Liverpool really would have needed to maybe push them ahead and win the league. But if you're Arsenal, are you saying to yourself that, man, we let one go? Or is it a case of he had to move to Liverpool, he had to join with Klopp to become this kind of player that's under either a Wenger or an Emery, he never would have become this very effective attacking midfielder? So I probably believe the latter, that I just don't think that. I think for players you need very specific systems. And I think that Oxlade fits the Liverpool system than he does the Arsenal system. And I think that, look, he's had a bit like a rough start to the season. He really wasn't that great in the Chelsea game, but he's only coming back from injury. But I think this is what people are saying, that maybe he's like a new signing. Because, yes, Liverpool are not going to really get that attacking midfielder, but if they're not bringing in Ox, who wasn't really apparent from the last season, maybe it's like a new signing. And the beauty about him is that he can get better. And if there is a manager who you can improve upon, and Pep is included as well, like if there are managers who you can go to improve, it's Pep, it's Klopp. Those are really the two guys I can think of who work really well with young players and can help improve young players. Like Conte makes like average players really good, but just really much more effective. As far as just coaching, I think you look at Pep and Klopp, who are really the best, are really getting the best out of young dudes. So I think it's definitely a great move for Liverpool and so forth. But let's keep it real. What is the upside of the Ox? How good can he be? What is his ceiling? Tier 2? Upper tier 2? Upper tier 3? Can he be considered one of the best players in his position? Could he ever be considered world class? Because I don't see him ever being one of the best in the world in his position. I don't see that. But I see him being an incredibly effective player in his position. No, bro. Isco, are you sick? No. This guy is not touching Isco. Okay? This guy is not touching Isco. No way. But you see, I think, Jonathan, I think you're right. See, tier 2, I believe, is probably his ceiling. I think tier 2 is probably his ceiling. But I think, look, man, I think he's not an amazing player. He's not a superbly technically gifted top-tier player. But it's one of those things of where, in the way Liverpool are set up and how Klopp wants to play and how he wants guys to always move forward with the ball, I think that he can be effective for what Liverpool wants to do. Like, you can't put Oxlade in any team system and then he'll work now. That's a Sadio Mane. That is him. That's like a Sadio Mane. Yo, guys, come on. So what? Are we not going to say tier 6, tier 7? Come on, chill. But I do feel that he can definitely go up to a level where he can pretty much ride. But the key thing is effective for a system. That's what I think he can do. And I believe that the longer he stays under Klopp, the longer he works with Klopp, I think the better he will be because Klopp is a damn good coach if you're a certain kind of player. You see, for me, someone mentioned Isco. You see, Isco wouldn't work under Klopp because Isco's style of play, I don't think works. Because Klopp likes runners. He likes running because a lot of what he does is about a lot of energy and running. Isco is much more of a finesse technical player. But I just think the way that the Ox plays and how he always wants to move forward with the ball, I think that is a perfect marriage and fit for what your boy El Kloppo wants to do. So remember, guys, while you're here, remember in the link description box below, think about becoming a Patreon. Support your boy, pledge an amount each month, become a patron, support your boy HH, and gain access to extra content. Become a brick, become a first-team player, become a star player, and of course, I'm going to work on another tier, become a horseman. So yeah, become a Patreon and gain access to nice, beautiful, exclusive content. So we are moving on swiftly right now, and this is just something that touched on very briefly, but I think I don't want just to add it up on this. So, and this probably will be the last. So this was the last few of our news stories. So Ribery to Fiorentina, I mentioned it before and everything, but I think basically he was supposed to make his debut for Napoli this weekend, but that's not going to happen because Ribery said that he's not really ready. But Ribery did say that if the manager wants him, he'd be like, "Hey man, it's cool, I'll do it." But I have to just reiterate how much I admire what Ribery did and how he was able to, because it was mentioned that he could have moved for much more money. MLS was on the cards. China was on the cards. So it shows his professionalism, because I know players, not naming any names, Wayne Rooney, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who have moved to the MLS or China for the money, for the mighty dollar. So it is amazing that Ribery still believes in his talents and still says, nope, no way. I ain't moving to any other place. I'm keeping myself in a major market in Fiorentina. And I think, no, for Fiorentina, I think it's a great signing. It's a great signing. It doesn't matter how old he is, you're signing quality. You're signing high technical quality. Is Ribery going to make Fiorentina win the Serie A? No, he's not. But he's going to make them better and it's going to make them improve. But I just have so much... Because I think I've always known Ribery to be that kind of dude who takes his career very seriously. Are you listening, Mauro Icardi? Are you listening, Mauro Icardi? I always view him as a guy who takes his career very, very seriously. And I think in contrast to Lukaku, Ribery thinks of himself highly, and so he should, because he's an extremely good player. He is that good. Like, an argument can be said, he's probably one of the best natural wingers of his generation. Let's be clear here. Remember how we've now moved from wingers to inside forwards? He was in an era where he was pretty much the only true natural throwback winger in a world of inside forwards. So I think, you have to really admire that dude for that, man. So before we get to our next one, I did say I was going to remember this super chat. So from Silver Spring, thank you very much for your £2 super chat there, guys. So Silver Spring says matchups you'd love to see in the Champions League this season. I want to see Juventus Liverpool. Liverpool. I want to see Dortmund PSG. Man City PSG. Dortmund PSG. Juventus Liverpool. Real Madrid PSG. And I think really that's about it. But I think, because remember, we were so close to getting Juventus Man City. We're so close to getting Juventus Man City, because I think that would have been a very interesting one, because both teams are so different, but especially that Allegri thing. Both teams are so different. I thought that would have been a very interesting way for them to go. So because again, like for me, it's like, how would Pep cope with Cristiano? And I do feel that, especially with how Juventus play and how they counter-attack, and with Cristiano's speed, that would be very problematic for Man City. And how would Juve defensively cope with the passing game that City had? That would have been very interesting. I think I said Liverpool-Juventus would be cool. Van Dijk versus Cristiano. How would Juve cope with Liverpool's front three? And who would win that midfield battle between Liverpool and Juventus? I think Dortmund PSG, just for pure excitement, would be amazing, because you have both teams who are very attacking, like to move the ball forward. So just for entertainment value, I think that would have been that would be a very good one. And I think even going into it, I think the ideal final, a great final would be Liverpool Juventus final would be interesting. I would like to. I think I would like to see a Liverpool Juve final would be really, really interesting. So yeah, so really those are the matchups. And look, guys, remember Thursday, man, we're almost there. So Thursday we will be doing a live shakedown of the draw being made. And remember, guys, I will be trying to look through the chat rooms, but any question you need to ask your boy HH, I will always give priority to the super chats. So you send us super chats, I will respond to that super chat 100%. So anything you want to ask your boy, send a super chat. Remember, the super chat helps to support your boy. All the cash helps to support the football Hotman. So hit your boy with that super chat. I will respond immediately. So let's talk Kubo and the two strings. Kubo and the two strings, not the film, the Japanese player. Dude is 16. He's a fetus. And let's be clear here, Japan have never had a superstar player. I still believe that probably the best Japanese player, it's either Nakata or Kagawa. I also said that the greatest Asian player of all time is the Sun Rises in the East. Oh, sorry, he's 18. He's 18. Sun Rises in the East. So, I mean, this is interesting. I mean, for a guy this young to be moving to a team like Real Madrid is a big deal, because let's be real. The only Asian player I can think of who has moved to a major club was Park Ji-sung to Man United. But I think now this kid going to Real Madrid, he's now been loaned out. So I believe Mallorca or something. It's pretty interesting. But my thing about it is that, and I think this is where we have to roll in here now. Is there too much hype around this kid already? Because I think someone even mentioned it very well. Odegaard. Remember how much hype there was around this guy? And this may be similar to the whole Joao Felix thing. People were like, Martin Odegaard, this guy is a new guy, 16. He just came out of his mother's womb and is already the biggest thing. He's going to be huge. Where is he now? So I think, because again, even when I typed in Kubo, the first thing I saw, a YouTube video says, yeah, this is why Real Madrid bought Kubo. I was like, okay, I know. I'm probably going to see a video of him doing amazing stupid skills and everything. Cool. A YouTube showreel doesn't equate to you being the next big thing and a superstar for a club like Real Madrid. Okay? Keep your YouTube showreel vid. Keep it. Or use it for like some kind of freestyle event. I would have liked to see him this season play for Real Madrid, but I believe we'll still see him play for Mallorca. Now, my thing is that I saw Japan, the youngsters of Japan, play at the Copa America. I don't think Kubo was part of them, and those guys look really good. So I believe that there's a generation of Japanese players coming in through who I think might be a golden generation. I don't think Japan have really had a golden generation, but I do believe that some guys coming in through might be a golden generation. But my thing is, the fact that Real Madrid have identified this guy and have brought this guy in means that this guy must be something. It means that this guy must be something. And I am going to be closely monitoring him because, as I said again, I am all about the future. I'm all about the future, and I'm all about the next superstars coming through. I'm tired of seeing the Cristiano, Messi, Cristiano, Messi. I'm tired of all that stuff, man. I need to see new people come through. So hopefully, same thing with, and I think this is the smart thing you do. Real Madrid, Danny Ceballos to Arsenal. Looks like he'll be money for Arsenal. So if Kubo, I believe it's Mallorca or Valladolid that he goes to. If he now goes to that club and he now balls and plays really well and is amazing, that's all good for Real Madrid. They're like, oh, you're done amazing. Thank you. Come back to us. Help improve us and help to elevate us. So, but I think the thing here is we cannot hype guys up too much. Do you remember? Wait, what's the name of that Ghanaian dude? What's his name again? That Ghanaian American dude. Why is his name slipped me? Guys, help me out here. The Ghanaian American dude who they said was the next Freddie. I was told that Freddie Adu was the next Pele. I was told. I was told that Freddie Adu was the next Pele, and Freddie Adu would lead the USA to a World Cup. That's what they told me. That yep, it's gonna be that. Where is Frederick Olusegun Adu now? Where is Frederick Jeremiah Adu right now? Please tell me. Like, where is he? Does he still exist? Last time I saw him, I think he was working at a butcher's or a bakery. So that's what I'm saying. And some have said, and I can't confirm this, some have said that he was last seen here. Some have said he was last seen here. No, I can't confirm things or anything, but apparently some say that he's picked up a job as a janitor here, because we do need janitors in the Class B wing. Because in the Class B wing, it's getting really dirty and very, very rowdy, a lot of noise. And we are hiring janitors and cleaners. So rumor has it that he's become a janitor in this place here. But just to close things off with your boy Kubo is, look, man, I think it would be great for Japan, because trust me, guys, Japan have made the best football game series, which is Pro Evo. And based on the love and what Konami have given us football enthusiasts in Pro Evolution, I think that they deserve a superstar. And what would be so great for Japan, a football-loving nation who have produced the best football video games, if their country is given a full-on superstar in Kubo that starts for Real Madrid. I think that would be fully great. But all I'm saying is, don't overhype. This could very easily be another Freddie Adu situation, okay? And the world that we're living in with the Twitter and so much, everybody's the next big thing. Everyone is the next Pele. Everyone is the next Messi. Everyone is the next Maradona. And these players are not given the breathing room to try and prove themselves. So shut the hell up about the next this, the next that. Shut the hell up with about this, your dumbass YouTube show reels, and let these guys go out on the pitch and just prove things for themselves, and let them do things for themselves. That's what I'm saying here. So, last two topics here, and this is where things get pretty interesting right now, man. So first one is this. Now, this was a topic that we talked upon on Twitter, and I put it out there. So let's have a conversation about Van Dijk. So I think we can all agree that Van Dijk is tier 1, and people would say, you know what? Based on form, maybe we should say that Van Dijk is the best defender in the world. Ramos has slightly fallen off. Koulibaly is a bit up and down. But I think that, we should probably say that, based on everything that has been said, based on consistency, saying Van Dijk is tier 1. So, but I put out a little tweet out there and I say, you know what, because for me, I'm all about trying to face objective truth. I get it. I saw what Terry tweeted out, and that was hilarious. Because Terry is trying to sell to me that Jerry Maguire, the man with the biggest forehead in the universe, has better stats than the Verge. But let's just have an honest conversation about the Verge and how good he is as a defender. That's the key thing. The key thing is how good is he as a defender. And I'm all about looking at objective truth. Okay? I'm not here about, oh my gosh, let me try and piss off Liverpool fans, which it can be a few months pissing off the Liverpool fans, but I'm not about that. This is the half of football hot. This is not the half hop, the half hop slander hot. This is not the half hop or get a hickory tweet hot. This is the half of football hot. We are here about footballing truth because I love football. I'm obsessed about football. Football is my life, and I'm all about trying to focus on footballing truth. So so this was one of the tweets that was put out here. And this was by your boy, Kyle Mukia, who said, if I have to make a tackle, then I've already made a mistake. Paolo Maldini. And that is key because my critique was I don't see Van Dijk making many tackles. How many times does Van Dijk win one-on-one battles? How many times does he put himself out there as an individual to really go out and win the ball off of people? We don't really see that. We don't see that. But the key thing is, a big part of defending is reading the game. So if you don't have to make a tackle, it means that you're thinking 2-3 steps ahead. And I think for Van Dijk, this is why when I did that whole battle thing, his reading of the game is his strongest asset. His reading on the game is impeccable. And the key is that if you don't have to make a tackle, you don't have to make a tackle. But a homeboy put out this tweet and said, this is from SK, said that there is a difference between shutting down and running away. VVD just runs away from attackers. So there are different points here, and I think, I agree and disagree with this notion that he puts here, which is that whenever I will never see Van Dijk, I will see him backing away. So if you're backing away and you're not really trying to say, you know what, I'm gonna go straight and face up to this attacker and try and win the ball off of him, then how much praise can I give you if you're not really willing to be like, you know what, one-on-one, no help, I'm going to win, try and beat me, I'm going to win the ball off of you. But instead, he backs away, so he gives himself the best possible chance to try and get the clearance. So are you really putting yourself in a situation where I can now fully critique you as a top defender? But at the same time, it's all about being smart. It's all about being smart. Is there any point in rushing out as a defender to win the ball if you know that if you're decreasing your chance of winning the ball? At the end of the day, you're trying to protect your keeper. That's the point. At the end of the day, you're trying to protect the keeper. So where some people view it as he's running away, it can also be viewed as he's trying to be smart here. Because he knows that, okay, if I can go out there, I have a good chance of winning the ball because I believe in my ability as a defender. But at the same time, I also have a strong chance of maybe not winning that ball. So, you have to always play a numbers game. And when you're playing the numbers game, you have to try and put yourself in a situation where the numbers are in your favor. You've got to put yourself where the numbers are in your favor. So Van Dijk puts himself here in a position where the numbers are in your favor. Can I have protection in front of me from a Fabinho or a Henderson? Who else are the guys ahead of me? Let me try and go back, and then only make a challenge at the last possible stage. And of course, the club system obviously supports him and helps him. But my thing is that as of right now, you have to just admit that Van Dijk is definitely one of the best defenders in the world, and his effect on the Liverpool team has been huge. But then let's just keep it real right now. How many true quality dribblers exist in the world today? Truly quality dribblers exist in the world today. Because now football has changed. Like back in the day, like late 90s, early 2000s, even mid 2000s, I can give you 5, 6, 7, 8 truly crazy individuals. You want a Ronaldo, you want a Rivaldo, you want a Batistuta, you want a Luis Figo. Okay, who do you want? You want a Dennis Bergkamp? Individuals who these guys can win a game by themselves. How many individuals do we have out there? Not many. What we have much more are systems now. We have systems as a whole. And so rather than having 2 or 3 individuals who will beat you, it's a system that beats you. It's Pep's system. It's Klopp's system. It's Sarri's system. It's that system that are beating you because they're not a slew of individuals who can really go out there and do stuff. Hence why Messi and Cristiano have been cleaning it up so much. So how many truly formidable individuals does Van Dijk face on a consistent basis? If we look at the Premier League, what he does every week, how many truly top tier individuals does he face? He faces top teams. But how many truly formidable individual attackers does he face? Not many. So how much is he really being tested? See, Kante is an all-round talent. I'm sorry, Kante is my guy. Kante is my guy. But the thing about this is that Kante is not a Dennis Bergkamp. He's not a Luis Figo. He's not a Rivaldo. He's not a Ronaldinho, who are great attacking talents. Okay, any of those dudes. So I think the thing about it is that we can't put Van Dijk as one of the best defenders of all time. No way. He's not even in the conversation. Like, I can't put him in the conversation in the same breath as a Nesta, a Desailly, a Cannavaro, a Baresi, a Beckenbauer, a Frank de Boer. He ain't in that category. And even if we look at the modern age right now, I still think that he needs to keep doing it for multiple years. Look, Ramos was rolling for multiple years, bro. Like Ramos was rolling for multiple years. Like, if Van Dijk maintains his form for the next 2, 3, 4 years, okay, let's have that conversation. Because all the guys are named, whether it's a Desailly, it's a Cannavaro, it's a Nesta, these guys were playing at the highest level for several years. And these guys had huge, amazing, iconic peaks. You know? Like Van Dijk, he has the tools to be a great. But he can't be seen as a great now. He can't be seen as a great now. And for me, like, see, form-wise, I don't think there's a better central defender. Form-wise. The key thing, form-wise. Overall, Chiellini has been that dude. Overall, Ramos, see, if you take everything into account, Ramos is the best defender of is the best central defender of his generation. You know, Ramos is the best defender of his generation. And I think people, you can't have short memories. Ramos is the best center of his generation, but form-wise, Van Dijk is that dude. You know, and Van Dijk is at the nucleus and at the heart of what Liverpool is doing. It is almost similar to what Ramos was during that Champions League run, where there were times, especially during those second legs, where Ramos was pretty much defending by himself. And that is almost what Van Dijk is doing, because Van Dijk is the leader of that defensive line that Liverpool have. And Trent, Robertson, Matip, they all look to him to know this offside line. This is when we go by. Hence why I think he should be the captain of the team. I mean, I get Henderson being the captain of the team, you know, Brexit and so forth, run up and down, English grits, you know, bangers and mash and everything. But if it's me, I'd make Van Dijk the captain of this team, because I feel that he is the spiritual leader of this team. You know? But one thing I would say, though, is this, and I think that maybe this is where I'll probably leave it, and it's a question to be had. Would Van Dijk still be this good in Real Madrid's system? Specifically, a system that is far more attacking, more spacious, and even getting any help from Toni Kroos or Modric. Now, I believe that possibly he could, because he's such a great reader of the game that he would understand where to be and how to position himself in order to win those balls. I think he could, but I don't know for definite. But I think that is a very that's a very interesting question to ask, because let's keep it real. It is easier to work in a system that offers you much more of a defensive cushion than it is to work in a system that doesn't give you a defensive cushion, where your team is much more attacking. Liverpool are not an attacking team. They can attack when they want to be, but they're a far more robust, solid team that don't want to give too much space. That's the kind of team you have. And defending in an attacking team is very hard. Defending in an attacking team is very hard. But that's just what I mean. I think that's just the fair thing there, is that give Van Dijk his credit for what he's done and how he's affected Liverpool. Give him his credit for being smart and intelligent. You don't have to be stupid to be a defender. You don't have to go for every tackle. That's Phil Jones. Because Phil Jones is not the smartest defender in the world. You don't need to go for sliding tackles when you don't need to go in for sliding in tackles. Like, I think this is what De Boer said. I remember reading in the magazine. De Boer said, you can do 5 things in 2 steps. You don't need to do 5 things in 5 steps. You can do 5, 6, 7 things in 2 steps. So I think that is what Van Dijk is bringing in. Where, like, you know, I don't need to overexert myself. I don't need to really go crazy. As long as I read the game and I time myself for the tackle at the last minute, then I'm all good. Then I'm all good. But he is not yet an all-time great. So Liverpool fans, please chill. He is not yet an all-time great. I think that is just being a bit too crazy. Just being a bit too crazy. Oops, let me just put that in there. So, last topic here. This is another one. Your boy Greece. So, again, this was another topic that we had, a discussion that I had on Twitter, which is about, this discussing Griezmann and whether the dude is world class. I'm really just pretty much trying to look back and reassess what he did for Atletico and how effective he was for Atletico. Because see, the whole Griezmann thing, it's the debate as to whether he's world class is one of the most interesting, fascinating debates, because there are so many conflicting reports of he was important for France at that World Cup. How important was he? Of course he was important for France in those Euros. How important was he? You take Griezmann out of the French team at the World Cup, do they still win? That's an interesting question. That is an interesting question to ask. Like, if you take Griezmann out of that French team, do they still win the World Cup? It's hard to know. But this is one Twitter I had here, who said, this is from Jalen from Twitter, who says, look, I'm not saying Griezmann is Messi or Cristiano, but put some respect on his name. Scored in every knockout game apart from the semi at the World Cup, dragged France to the Euro finals, and won a Europa League with an average Atletico Madrid. Now, do we see any lies in this tweet? Do we see any lies in this tweet? Keeping it real. Because did he drag France to the Euros final? Did Griezmann really drag France to the Euros final? He was important. Did he drag them? Were Atletico an average team when he won the Europa League? Let's get it real. Was he an average team? Colchoneros, you're the Atletico guy. So Colchoneros, please speak on this, bro. Were your boys average when they won that Europa League? Because average is average. Okay, an average team is an average team. And let me keep it real. An average team ain't winning a major trophy. Okay? An average team ain't winning a major trophy. So you guys didn't have... So Diego Costa wasn't a striker then for you guys? So let me roll in with this one now, man. Let me put that in there. So this was a reply to thing by Gatlock, who said, dragged is a bit of an over-exaggeration, and average Atletico got to 2 Champions League finals in 3 years. Knocked out MSN Barcelona and won La Liga without him. Plus, he got knocked out of the Champions League in the 17-18 to drop into the Europa. At least he could do was win it. So, I think that, my thing about it is that I do feel it's an over-exaggeration that people are having. I think people are having an over-exaggeration because Griezmann was a major part of Atletico. Are we now going to say that Griezmann was a major part of Atletico's success? Because See, the acid test is going to be this: is how well they do this season. That's going to be the acid test. That is going to be the real acid test: is how well they do this season. Because if they come fifth, they're fully crap, then I will release an apology vid. If Atletico, let's say they finish fourth, fifth, they get knocked out of the group stage of the Champions League, and they're just completely garbage, then, but like, you know what, hands up, Griezmann was huge. So for me, I think that is going to be the key aspect, because we don't know how France could have done if they didn't have Griezmann. We don't know. But now we'll know that, okay, let's go. You have João Felix, you got Trippier. How well can you now do without Griezmann? Because my notion is Griezmann is a very good player. He's a very smart player, very intelligent player. I've never seen him as a superstar. I've never said that, Griezmann, you can really build your team around this guy. This is a guy who, when the going gets tough, can come clutch. He's the kind of player where the team has to be playing well for him to play well. If the team isn't playing well, Griezmann isn't going to do something to win the game for that team. He's not the kind of guy that can pretty much score against the run of play. So that's where, bro, Zad or Griezmann, come on, give me a break, bro. Come on, give me a break. Zad is coming back, by the way. So yeah, so just to end it here with your boy Antoine Griezmann, is I've always had him at tier 3, possibly even upper tier 3. I think upper tier 3, I believe, is his level. And with regards for Barcelona, man, how much should Barcelona really be expecting of him? And it's the point that I made easily. This ain't going to be Neymar. This ain't going to be the Cannibal. Because when the Cannibal came, didn't he score like 40 goals in his first season, the Cannibal? And we all saw what Neymar did. And Neymar was supposed to be a generational player. Griezmann is not a 35, 40 goal a season player. And Griezmann ain't giving you the creativity, playmaking, or effectiveness of a Neymar. That's not happening. But what he's going to give you is, man, he will help to improve the team. And as a manager, that's all you really want, especially if you've got Messi. As long as you've got Messi, because that's the key thing. As long as you have Messi in the team, oh my gosh. With Griezmann, I think that just makes the team much more effective. And that's what all Valverde needs. I know, chill. Valverde is under review. Chill. The dude is under review. But I think if you're like that, I think that's just what you need, man. Is just someone to help Messi. And Griezmann is just there to help Messi. But look, man, for people in the comments below afterwards looking at this, just tell me, is Griezmann really, is he world class? How good is he really? What did he do for Atletico? But see, the answer test is this, man. Let us see Atletico. Let us see what was happening with Atletico. What is what's happening with Atletico? What's happening, Josh Bourne? Josh Bourne, who of course is a Patreon member there. So shout out to Josh Bourne, who of course is a Patreon member right there, man. So let me pull up. So while you guys are here, so remember, guys, in the description box below, become a Patreon and get access to extra content from your boy HH. Have to hope you can help support your boy HH, support the Football Hut, and also get access to extra footballing goodness and content. Just click in the description box below to become a Patreon today. So guys, so just for this it's not time for me to take over your questions as we wind away on this last thing. But so send in your questions. Remember, guys, super chats will get priority. The super chats will get priority, but send in whatever questions you want. And oh yeah, that's very right. Bricklayer. No. I just call them bricks, man. It's cool. That's the best way to do it. I just call them bricks. But yeah, man. Look, man. Champions League, man. Next Thursday is huge. The Liverpool Arsenal preview is gonna drop sometime tomorrow. It's definitely gonna drop sometime tomorrow. So don't you worry. That is gonna drop sometime tomorrow. And yeah, man. Wait. Did Firmino really waltz through that team? Like, or was I dreaming? I swear, Firmino literally walked through the Arsenal defense, like literally straight through. But you know what? I think that's going to be a very like. I think that could be 3-2 or 2-2. Like, it's going to be a very entertaining game, and there are going to be a lot of goals in that game. And I mean, David Luiz in defense against that front three. It ain't going to be pretty, man. It ain't going to be pretty. So, so I'm just looking through the some of our Patreons here, man. So let me just go through all of the Patreons here that are already the Patreon members, and I will get back to your chat. So we have Azid Byrne, Aaron Burrell, Alama Mola, Andre Johnson, Arman Zabihi, Arturo Villarreal, I'm trying to say name, Azia Folo, Christian, Colo 99, Dave Pepra, Dino, Duarte, Fab Luca, Fortune, shout out to Fortune, Ikichuku, Ivan Delgado, Ivan Hackstock, JJ Samuel, Jonas Philbeck, Josh Byrne, Lucas, Max Seidel, Mo, Niger Boy, Patrick Beck, Patrick, Paul. So yeah, Russ and Russo. So these are all guys who have been all Patreons in them. So yeah, look, because you know Patreon thing, man. I'm just trying to give you those guys. So they're going to be some exclusive videos, part of my blog. I try and put some anime content in there because I'm watching Attack on Titan. Speaking of which, Attack on Titan, that thing is blood. I don't know how those guys are going to fight those giants, man. That's just me keeping it real. I don't know how the hell those guys are going to fight those flipping giants. Okay. So these are all of our active patrons. Let me just go ahead. These are our active patrons. So the current patrons who are active now are Aaron Burrell, Christian, Colo 99, Fab Luca, Fortune Ribéry, Ikechukwu, Ivan Hackstock, Jonas Philbeck, Josh Byrne, Max Seidel, Richard Lajaj, Suman, and Sweaty Betty, man. Those are all of our active patrons in there, man. So it's all looking goody two shoes, man. So there are so in tier 1, I actually know the guys in tier 1. It's Zad, it's Van Dijk. Who else is in there? Let me even check right now. Because that's actually what I wanted to do, and we'll probably do that for another live, is where we can now pretty much go down all of the different rankings, man. So remember, if you want to look at the rankings, visit the website, man. The link is in the description box below. So yeah, tier 1 is Zad, Van Dijk, and N'Golo Kante. Those are the tier 1 guys. Upper tier 2, we've got Sadio Mane, Marcelo, Ter Stegen, Cristiano, Sterling, Verratti, Oblak, Aguero, should probably be there, Bernardo Silva. Those are the upper tier 2 guys. And tier 2, Salah, Sergio Ramos, Koulibaly, Alisson, Mbappe. I think Rakitic has to move down. Laporte, Marco Reus, Carvajal needs to move down. Alba needs to move down. Modric needs to move down. Leroy Sané, Umtiti, Douglas Costa. So those are all of those, the tier 1, tier 2 guys, man. See, Aubameyang, where Aubameyang? As of right now, I think Aubameyang is tier 2. I'd put Aubameyang in tier 2. See, Messi needs to come back from his injury before I rank him. He's currently under review. Because see, Messi is currently like injured. So I'm putting him under the injured category alongside the Us. But yeah, you see, Sadio is up. No, Sadio really needs to see Sadio. See, if Sadio has like a superb, amazing season, he's tier 1. See, currently no one is a chief because chief is the highest tier, and really the only guy who's really a chief is when Messi is going bananas, man. So when Messi is going bananas, he becomes a chief. But yeah, so see, Aubameyang is tier 2. I'm not sure that I can put Aubameyang upper tier 2. I don't think. I just think some they're just aspects of his game where I don't think I can really ride with that upper tier 2. But I think as of right now, tier 2. He did have like a kind of a tier 3 stint, but I think he's now happily gone into tier 2 right now. Oh no. You see, Mane is upper. See, Mane is upper tier 2. Salah is tier 2. Has Aubameyang been consistent for 6 years? 6 years. I don't really know. But see, look, Aubameyang is a damn good goal scorer. I'm not even gonna lie. Aubameyang is a quality, damn good goal scorer. But it's just that does he always score in big games? Let me throw it out there. Does he, if there's a big game, massive game, does he always show up and score? That's something that I don't know. I don't know whether I can say, man. Oh yeah, I missed the game. So apparently Wolves beats Torino 3-2. Wow. So the second leg is what's on top. Guys, don't mess with Espirito Santo. That Wolves team are not a joke. So all those guys insulting Pogba and everything on United, bro. So look, they beat Torino. Wolves are not a joke. Wolves are not a flipping joke, man. Yeah, no, Sergio, you pretty much hit the nail right on the head. If Aubameyang was more clinical and scored more of his chances, Aubameyang would be doing 30 Gs in his sleep in the Premier League. Like, Aubameyang got 22 goals. And I think, didn't he miss like an easy chance on the last day of the season? Aubameyang should have... See, my vote for top Premier League scorer this season is Aubameyang. I think a lot of guys said Harry Kane. The Football Dugout guys said Harry Kane. I said, for me, Aubameyang is going to be the top scorer this season. Like, his goal scoring is amazing. So that's why, see, the argument for him being upper tier 2 is he's such a damn good goal scorer. But the reason why I stop him from being upper tier 2 is he misses so many chances. And there are times when he can just be like, man, bro, this is just... You perform like trash. You perform like trash. What would be a good season for João Felix, man? He doesn't have to get a huge amount of goals. If he can give me 10 Gs, 10 assists, 8 assists, but not even more so than that. If he can consistently be a facilitator and creator, I'm all about the eye test. If he can be consistently a facilitator for Atletico, I think that's cool. I feel, and I just go by the fact that I feel that João Felix is a better footballer than Griezmann now. It doesn't mean that he will be more effective than Griezmann. Griezmann may end up being a much more effective player. But there's a difference between effectiveness and footballing ability. I think João Felix's natural footballing ability is better. He has more inventiveness and creativity on the ball than Griezmann does. But at the same time, you need to take that inventiveness and turn that into effectiveness for your team. So for João Felix, I'm not expecting 25 Gs. I'm not expecting 30 Gs or 25 assists. I'm not expecting you to be like the world, one of the best players in the world. All I'm expecting for him to do is more times than not, help Atletico to win games. And if he can do that, that's all cool. If he can do that, that's all cool. That's all cool. Who the hell is this disrespecting Cristiano? Based on what? I don't disrespect Cristiano. I give him his love. Cristiano is an upper tier 2 player. He's an upper tier 2 player. And he's a damn good goal scorer. And I do admire how much he has been able to really push himself. So it's speaking of which, so I think we're going to do a Syria preview tomorrow. I'm going to try and get a hangout, because I think what we're going to do with the hangout is we're probably going to try and get 2 hangouts in a week. So Friday for previewing games, obviously news stories, and Sunday we're going to do that, and that's going to be the main show where we pretty much review most of the games that comes, apart from the one on Monday. So Friday show and then Sunday show. But like, I'm not. See, you know what? See, I was a Cristiano hater before. I still won't call myself. I'm still not a. See, I'll never be a fan of Cristiano. But even if I'm not a fan of him, doesn't mean that I can't take a step back and respect him. I said again, I always try and search for the footballing objectivity. That's what I always try and do. I always try and search for the footballing objectivity. So it's never personal with that dude. It is never, ever personal. So last 3-4 minutes, guys, man. Hit me up with any questions. Remember, guys, the super chats will get priority. So if you want a shout out and you want that question definitely read, that comment's definitely read, hit thy super chat. Hit thy super chatus maximus. And obviously, remember, guys, while you're here, remember to become a Patreon. Click on the description box below. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you for reminding me. So, because Dortmund are playing tomorrow night. So, I will definitely be watching Dortmund. I'll be definitely watching that game. I'll be doing my instant post-match reaction. Remember, guys, so for guys who are the $10 Patreon members, I do live reactions during games. So I'll be doing live reactions during the Dortmund game, live reactions during the Liverpool-Arsenal game, and of course, the Chelsea-Norwich game where Chelsea face the demon and the goat that is Pookie. Pookie is the goat. Okay, I want to get a Pookie jersey. Icardi's. Do you know what might happen? I think Icardi might just end up just not playing. He'll probably end up with the reserves because he ain't never playing for Inter Milan. I think that bridge is gone and that bridge is fully done. He ain't never playing for Inter Milan. But I just think his career might be over. I think Icardi's career might actually be over. And he only has his wife to blame. Oh yeah, I think I bought Icardi when I was using Real Madrid. I think I bought that. I told you, but on Football Manager, I always use a really bad team. Because what I always want is to build a team from scratch for 5-6 years. And then by the 6th, 7th year, my team is amazing. So what I always do is build a team from scratch, get younger players, and then slowly and methodically build that team to be an amazing team. And I think that's just, for me, that's such much more of a fun way of doing of playing Football Manager, because I think if you just control an amazing team, then it's pretty boring. It's pretty boring, man. It's pretty boring. Yeah, guys, hit the like button, guys. We got 200 guys watching here. Hit the like button, man. It doesn't cost you anything, Accept your soul. Accept your soul. It costs you nada. But yeah, man, look, man. Thursday, those Champions League groups, man. Because I remember, there were 2 groups of deaths last year. Like it's hard because I don't know who's in whose pot. But I suppose that I think you could have a Dortmund Juve group. I think you could have a Dortmund Liverpool group. So those are and that would be interesting, man. Hey, I don't speak Japanese, but konnichiwa. Martial or Gnabry? Is that a real question? Come on. I mean, you can't honestly be asking that question. Martial or Gnabry? Martial is better than Gnabry in every conceivable way. In every conceivable way that you can think of, Martial is a better player than Gnabry. Gnabry is not touching Martial. Okay? Gnabry is not touching Martial. Martial is 100% a much better player. A much better player. Yo, bro, look, we will see. Like, if Chelsea get a tough group, group stage max could be a possibility. Group stage max could be a possibility. But look, man, this Lampard, as I said again, this Lampard team, they do play good football. Apart from even the first half against United, the whole game against Liverpool, and the first half against Leicester City, Chelsea played really well. But Lampard has to turn these good performances into results. You know, like I'm not a performance merchant, but I'm sorry. I'm not one of those guys that say, "Oh my gosh, you played well. It's fine. You played well. You deserve." You don't deserve any in life. You don't deserve anything in life. You don't deserve anything in life. All that matters is the result. All that matters is winning. Winning is the only thing that matters. Now, if we're like 12-year-olds or 7-year-olds, then it's about having fun, doing things the right way, and so forth. 12-year-olds aren't paid thousands upon thousands. Okay, 12-year-olds are not playing at the top of the level. It's not happening. So Lampard, you had to, because you could get a scenario where, oh my gosh, Chelsea played so well, unlucky. They played so well, it's unlucky. They played so well, unlucky. And you look at the stadium and Chelsea are 11th. But then be like, oh no, come on, but look at how well we played. Who gives a damn how well you played? You're 11th. Okay? And you're like 40 points behind Man City and Liverpool. What the hell? So, no, man. Tier 1 rappers. Pheromonch, Nas, Chino Excel, Immortal Technique, Mos Def. Yeah, those are probably my tier 1. You see, for me, Jay-Z, I'd say upper tier 2. Yeah, black thought. See, Jay-Z, I'd say is an upper tier 2. Right. Oh, okay, of all time. Oh no, I mean, Biggie. See, for me, the thing about Tupac is, I don't think there's ever been a great Tupac album. But Tupac has made some of the best rap songs. Or Scarface. Oh yeah, no. Scarface, I'd say upper tier 2. Scarface upper tier 2. Yeah, Biggie tier 1. Easily tier 1. But for me, I just say like, technically the best rapper of all time for me, personally, technically is Pheromonch. Pheromonch is... And seeing Pheromonch live, wow. Amazing, man. Roman, which product with Roman are you referring to? Roman? Oh, Abramovich. Yeah, it's still happening, man. It's still happening. If I don't say I'm the best, tell me who the hell will. Five Dog Man. One of the most iconic rap quotes of all time. One of the most iconic quotes of all time. Oh yes, the whole Sanchez thing, I even forgot to talk about. So apparently Sanchez is heading over to Inter Milan. And he's going to be reuniting with his amigo. And for me, I think Sanchez is finished as a player. Like, I think he's completely done as a player. And I don't know why Conte would need him. But if there's any manager that can revive Sanchez, I feel it's Conte. Because remember what I said earlier on in the stream? Conte is very good at making average players pretty good. Giaccherini is an average player, but he turned Giaccherini into quite an effective player. So that's the thing. He turned on Giaccherini into an effective player. So yeah, super chat here from Martin Rosario, who I suspect is a West Coast guy, who says, what's your words when speaking on Tupac, the GOAT HH? No, look, Martin, man, trust me, Tupac is definitely a rapper that a lot of people revere a lot. They revere that guy a lot. And this is just my honest view. I've never liked a Tupac album. But one of my favorite tracks of all time is Do For Love, which is by Tupac. That track, Do For Love, like, he's rapping in it, and the lyrics in that song are incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, for me, Tupac has just made some of the best rap songs ever. Like, and as I was with Tupac, you see, I wasn't a fan of the gangster Tupac. I wasn't a fan of that dude. But when Tupac was conscious, I wanted to rap about something, not gangster stuff. Bro, amazing. Like, Brenda's Got a Baby, Me Against the World, he was amazing. It was flipping amazing. But as I said again, Nas has made the greatest rap album of all time. There is no rap album that is as good as Illmatic. None is better, but there is no rap album that is on the same level as an Illmatic. Yeah, look, Memphis Depay, he's all right, man. He's all right. But you see, it's funny when people say things about Lamar. Kendrick Lamar has made 3 amazing albums. I don't think there's ever been a rapper who's come out with his first 3 albums as good as what Kendrick has done. That's not enough to make him a legend. That's not enough to make... Those are 3 very good albums. Are any of those albums as good as Illmatic, Reasonable Doubts, Blueprint, Doggy Style? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think about... someone mentioned about Kanye West. Kanye West is not a great rapper. He's a great artist. And those 3 albums that Kanye West did shows you great artistry, not great rapping. Because Kanye West is not a great rapper, but great artistry. Like, his artistry on those 3 albums are amazing, based on song structure, production, and just how he made the whole thing of an album. So, like, I mean, Kanye West, he's crazy, he's mad, but as far as a producer, as an artist, he's damn good. He's flipping damn good. Wait, who said I don't like? Look, I love, bro, Off the Wall is one of my favorite albums of all time. Like, Off the Wall is an iconic album. So, for me, I'm more of like an old school MJ than a new school MJ. That's my thing. But yeah, I think that's something like, technically, Kanye West is not a very good rapper. And it just shows you that you can make a great rap album without actually being an amazing rapper. Like, he's decent. He's serviceable. But he ain't great, like, he's like a musician. But like, the later Kanye West stuff for me is like, nah. Like, that whole My Dark Twisted Fantasy and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, nah, man, nah. That's not my thing, man. But there are some garbage rappers though. There's some rappers who are Class B bricks, Class C, Class B, Class A bricks, man. Oh yeah, John Lucas, very talented, very good rapper, but I don't think he's made a great album yet. You see, John Lucas is the perfect example of supremely talented, amazingly well talented, like technically very proficient, but he's not yet been able to take that proficiency into a quality album, man. That's the thing. And I think, you can have all the skills you want as a rapper, but to be able to really put it onto an album is a whole different thing. You know what I say about J. Cole? J. Cole is a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. As far as just rapping quality, J. Cole is a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is just a better artist. J. Cole is yet to make an amazing album. And that's just my thing. He's not yet made an amazing album. But Kendrick Lamar has made 3 amazing albums, which J. Cole hasn't. But as far as just like rapping quality, nah, man. J. Cole is that dude, man. Yeah, what's it called? Because it's Devil was the guy who kept on talking to me about JID. And the thing about JID is that he sounds exactly like JID sounds exactly like what's it called? Kendrick Lamar. Like when I first heard JID, I said, wait a minute, this guy sounds like Kendrick Lamar. It's insane. But yeah, man. No, but look, I said, look, there are like the only rappers I listen to now is really J. Cole, Kendrick, Goldlink. I really like Goldlink. I really like Goldlink a lot. I don't really listen to that much UK rap, you know, but I probably need to. I don't really listen to that much UK rap. Yeah, but basically on my site, half up. So remember, guys, if you're here, let me even bring it up in here. Remember to subscribe to the half up. So I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. In the description box below, it's in the click below. Subscribe to the half up. So that is where I do all of my movie reviews, my music reviews, my anime reviews, and so forth. So all my movie entertainment stuff is on the half up sort. The link is in the description box below, and I will release a video fully explaining my issues with The Dark Knight, the film. I'm giving you things, but I'll release a full video as to my issues with that flipping film called The Dark Knight and why I really don't like the film and why the film is not that great a film. Souls of Mischief. Why does that sound familiar? Why does Souls of Mischief sound familiar? So yeah, I mean, I need to listen to a Joyner album. I've really listened to like the singles and the tracks that he's done. But yeah, I need to listen to it fully in detail, man. Fully in detail. But I just think like it is quite worrying how much people obsess about people. You know, like it's good to like certain people, but I always say that, you know, these celebrities don't care about you. You know, so these guys that you might idolize and you preach about, these celebrities, players, and so forth, they don't give a damn about you. You know, that's the thing. They really don't give a damn about you. That's the thing. So, like, when you do all these, like, man, this guy's the best, he's amazing, and do all this stuff, they don't, man. It's like, you know, they love their fans. You really think they love their fans? They love your clicks and your attention. Celebrities love their family and their friends. Some of these hardcore fans, they think you guys are freaks. Okay, they think you guys are freaks, you know. But they're like, bro, as long as you're giving me those clicks, I'm all good. Oh no. But you see, HH loves the fans. I love my peeps, man. I love my peeps, man. That's the thing, man. You know, I always you know, I appreciate the fans, man. Man, why is this Chris guy on me, man? Seriously, man, this guy has just been on me with this whole Cristiano. Look, bro, you love Cristiano, that's good. I don't love Cristiano, and that's it. So whatever you say will not make me change my view. So okay, if you love Cristiano, that's great. That's all good. I'm not going to stop you loving Cristiano, but you can't force me to love Cristiano. Of course, I appreciate what the guy does and everything, but you cannot make me love him. I'm sorry. That's not happening. That's not happening, man. Yeah, I heard about the whole Freddie Gibbs album, man. Gasworks, no. What was the it's Gasworks, man. So yeah, man. So look, man, I'm just gonna round this off, man. This has been a nice quality stream, man. And so just looking ahead, so obviously Friday, so Dortmund play on Friday. Saturday it's Juve, so Juve Parma on Saturday. Liverpool Arsenal is Saturday as well. Sunday is the Norwich game, I believe. So Norwich Chelsea on there are a lot of games, man. There are a lot of games, but we will try. And also for guys who are in London, it's the Notting Hill Carnival. So how many of you guys are going to the Notting Hill Carnival coming soon? Remember, guys, before you go, hit that like button. Hit that like button before you go. Hit that like button before you go. Yeah, I might be there. So who knows? Who knows? You may see HH make a cameo appearance at that Notting Hill Carnival, man. But guys, it's been swell. It's been good. Adios. Peace out. Stay true and stay real, man. I will see you guys Friday, hopefully with the Hangout crew.